A 100 square is a really great tool in mathematics. It's great for when you're starting to learn to add and subtract, and you'll also find it really useful in lots of other areas. Let's have a look at our 100 square. So you can see that the 100 square is split into 10 rows of 10. So in the first row you can see we've got the numbers 1 to 10, and then we've got 11 to 20 and 21 to 30, and that keeps going all the way until we get to 100. And if you look down this column, you'll see that these numbers go up in tens: 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, and so on. And then you'll see that actually every column goes up in tens: 9, 19, 29, 39, and so on. And this is what makes the 100 square so useful. Now let's have a look at the number 5. There, I've put a circle around number 5. Now if I look at the number next to it, we can see it's the number 6. And so what's happened is, as I've moved one space to the right, I've added 1. And we can see that that works anywhere on our number square. If we find a number and we move one space to the right, we can see that we've added 1. So that's our first rule about using our number square, is if we move one space to the right, we add 1. So as you can imagine, if we were to find a number and move one space to the left, go backwards, we've taken away 1. So we've got 45, we've moved backwards one space, and we're now at 44. Let's try this number, 87. I'm going to move one space backwards, one space to the left, and I've subtracted 1. I've taken away 1. So when we are moving backwards or to the left, we subtract 1. Okay, this time I'm going to take the number 27, and this time I'm going to move down one square. And as you can see, I'm now at the number 37. So every time I move down one space on my number square, what actually happens is I add 10. Let's pick another one. 64. I move one space down, I get to 74, I've added 10. Let's do the opposite. So let's pick number 42. Now this time I'm going to go up. If I go up, I get to 32. So what's happened there is I've subtracted 10. So when I go up one space on my number square, I subtract 10. So let's remind ourselves again. If I move forward one space on my number square, I'm adding 1. And if I move back one space on my number square, I'm subtracting 1. If I move one space down on my number square, I'm adding 10. And if I move one space up, I'm subtracting 10. So let's see how those hints can help me if I'm using my number square. Right, for example, let's say I want to solve the question 13 plus 5. So what I can do, I can find the first number 13. I'm going to circle that. And now I'm going to add 5. So I know that means I'm going to move forward 5 spaces. So let's move forward 5 spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I've ended up on the number 18. So I know that 13 plus 5 is 18. What about if I wanted to do a subtraction? Let's try. Okay, I'm going to do 58 subtract 5. I want to solve 58 subtract 5. So first of all, I'm going to find 58, there it is, and I'm going to subtract 5. That means to go backwards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I've ended up on 53. So I know that 58 take away 5 is 53. Let's try a harder question. Okay, I'm going to start at 42 and I want to add 21. Now I want to add 21, so I'm going to find 42. Now what I could do is I could count 21 spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's going to take me a really long time, isn't it? So let's not do that. Right, is there a quicker way? Well, I know that if I move across one space, that's adding 1, but I also know that if I move down, that's the same as adding 10. Let's put our reminders here again. So one space is adding 1. If I go back, that's subtracting 1. If I go down, adding 10, and if I go up, that's subtracting 10. So what I could do is I could go down, couldn't I, instead, because what I need to add here is 21. So what I'm going to do, let's get rid of that again. So 42, and I'm going to add 21. So I could go down one space, that adds 10, down another space, that adds 20. But it didn't ask me to add 20, it asked me to add 21, so I need to move one space across, and I've ended up at 63. So I know that 42 plus 21 is 63. Let's try another question. Let's try 24 add 33. So I'm going to start at 24, that's my starting number. Let's find 24. And then I need to add 33. Now 33, I've got 3 tens and 3 units. So first of all, I'm going to add my 3 tens. So I'm going to go down, that's 10, 20, 30, and I get to 54. Then I need to add my 3 units. So I'm going to go across. 1, 2, 3. And I've landed at 57. So I know that 24 plus 33 is 57. Okay, let's try a different question. We're going to do 48 subtract 6. So the first number is 48, so I'm going to find 48 on my 100 square, and I'm going to subtract 6. Now, I know from before that if I move one space backwards, that takes away 1. So if I move 6 spaces backwards, that's going to take away 6. Let's try. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I've ended up on the number 42, so I know that 48 take away 6 is 42. Another question. 88 subtract 21. Okay, so starting with my first number, 88. Let's find 88. Here it is. And we're going to subtract 21. That means I've got 2 tens and a 1. So I know that if I go up, I'm going to subtract 10. So if I go up once, that's 10, and another time, that's 20. So I'm at 68 now. But I've also got to subtract a 1 as well, and that means going backwards. So I'm going to go back to here, and I've ended up at 67. So I know that 88 take away 21 is 67. Now it's your turn to try some questions. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to write some questions. You can pause the video, you can use the number square on the screen, and you're going to solve these questions. Okay, how did you find that? Right, let's look at the answers then. So the first one, 36 plus 22 is 58. 17 take away 5 is 12. 43 plus 26 is 69. 84 take away 32 is 52. 12 plus 64 is 76. And 67 take away 43 is 24. Well done.